بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أبنائي وبناتي طلبة وطالبات الصف العاشر الأساسي، أولياء الأمور المحترمين، أحييكم بتحية الإسلام وهي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسعدني اليوم أن أقدم لكم الدرس الثاني في مادة اللغة الإنجليزية الآن. So let's shift to English. Dear students, welcome again to another lesson for this semester. So by the beginning of this lesson, I want to revise some of the words that you have learned last week. So who can tell me what's this picture? Who can tell me? Yes? Yes, it's a computer game. Okay, it's a computer game. Can anybody give me a sentence using this word? Yes, he likes playing computer game, or they like playing computer game, or Ahmed refers to play computer games than watching TV. Okay, this picture, what can you see? Yes, you can see. Yes, it's a newspaper. Who can give me a sentence with a newspaper? Yes? Yes, Ahmed? He likes reading a newspaper, or he refers to read newspaper instead of playing computer games. Also, this one, yes, it's a TV. It's a TV. So, give me a sentence again. Yes. He likes watching TV during the day. Okay. Also, you have seen some of the logos. Who can tell me what is this logo? Yes? Who can tell me? Yes? Do you know it? What is it? Yes, this is YouTube. Okay. This logo. Yes, it's Snapchat. It's Snapchat. Okay. This logo. Yes, it's WhatsApp. WhatsApp, okay? And this logo. Yes, it's Instagram. Okay. Also this one. Yes, it's Twitter. It's Twitter. Okay. This one. Yes, it's Facebook. Facebook. The last one. Yes, this LinkedIn. LinkedIn. So what do we call these things? This application, what do we call them? Who can remember me? Yes, we have a word of three words together. Yes, who can tell me? Yes, they are social media platforms. Just I want to focus on them because we will read some sentence relating to these items. So our lesson today will be about comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. Also, we are going to learn some phrasal verbs. So, I want you, before starting the lesson, to bring your class book and skills book. And also, I want you to use the QR codes here because we are going to answer some questions. So, in this lesson, you are going to use information from a bar chart to decide if statements are true, false, or the information is not given. Also, you are going to study the rule of adjectives of comparison. Also, I want you to practice different ways of making comparisons. Also, the last one, we want to practice using phrasal verb. So the first part of our lesson will be comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. This is the first part. So let's start. As you know, you have learned a lot about comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. From grade 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, you have done a lot on this activity. So let's revise some of these notes. As you can see here, the first column we have the adjective, and the second column here we have the comparative, and the second column here we have the superlative. Here is the adjective. You know, the adjective is words that describe noun. Okay, so when we say fast, faster here for comparative. So the comparative is comparing between two things, not more than two things. We compare between two things. And superlative, we compare between three things. So first, let's read the words: fast, faster than, and the fastest. Okay, here high, higher than, the highest. Okay, what do you? What's the difference between faster and fastest? Here we add er, and here we add est. The same thing here: high, higher, and highest. Okay, strong, stronger than, strongest. Also here, tall, taller than, and the tallest. Okay, long, longer than, and the longest. Okay, here, happy, happier than, and the happiest. If you look closely to this word, H-A-P-P-Y, we change the Y to I because if it's end with Y, we change it to I. Also for the happiest, we change it to Y. Let's get closely to the grammar again. Here also we have the adjective. Here we have comparative. We have here superlative. Oh, here, if the adjective has one syllabus adjective, like old, we change it to older than and the oldest. Here, save, saver, the safest. Okay, big, bigger, biggest. Hot, hotter, and hostess. Okay, here we have one syllabus. So the second one, adjectives ending in Y, like noisy. Noisy, here we have Y. We change it as we said before. We change the Y to I and add ER. Also here, noisiest. We change the Y to I and we add IST. Also here, dirty, dirtier, dirtiest, the dirtiest also. Now here, adjectives with two or more syllables. Here we have the word boring, boring. We have two syllables here. How do we change? We don't add ER here. We add the word more and the adjective. And also the adjective, we don't change it. It will be the same. Boring, more boring. Just we add more. Also the same for the superlative. We add most and we add the same adjective. The most boring. Here also, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. We add more beautiful. We don't change the adjectives. Also here, the most beautiful. Of course, here we can use less beautiful, less boring. Here we also use least. The least means the more least in this adjective. Also here, irregular verbs are verbs like good, better, the best. Here we call them irregular because the adjective change completely. Here we can say good, but we can't say gooder, and we can say more gooder. No, we said good, better than, and the best. Okay, here, bad, we say worse than, and the worst. The worst, here we add st. Okay, here, far, further, and the furthest. Okay, so here, these are some examples of the adjectives that change. So I want you now to open your class book, page number 4, and look at the grammar rule at the bottom of the page. For example, here we have adjectives of comparison. Okay, we have now comparatives and superlatives. Okay, now here we have regular. What's the meaning of regular? It means the adjective doesn't change. So let's read the sentence again. TV screens are larger than computer screens. Okay, watching TV is more popular than watching than video games. Also here, if you want to make the same sentence but change it a little bit, we said my computer is as larger as TV screen. So it means they have an equal things. So that my computer is the same as TV screen. Also here, Number 2, watching TV is more popular than video games. Watching TV is as popular as playing video games. Here, if it's irregular, it means that the adjective changed completely. Reading books is better than watching TV. Here we said reading books is as good as watching TV. So it has an equal thing. Now, for the superlative, we said the TV in my room is the largest in the house. The largest, okay? If we want to say a negative sentence about something, we add not as. For example, my computer screen is not as large as my screen. So the word not refers to my computer. The second example here, the most popular TV shows are comedy shows. So here, we start the sentence with the adjective here. Also here, reading books is the best hobby. Here we have the adjective the best. Here we have watching TV is not popular as playing video games. Also here we have watching TV is not as good as reading books. So it means that watching TV is not good as reading books. So let's have some clear examples again. So here, Salim is taller than Ahmed. So it means that Salim is taller and Ahmed is shorter. So if we want to talk about Ahmed, we said Ahmed is not as tall as Salim. So the word not here refers to Ahmed. Ahmed is not as tall as Salim. Okay. The second example, Muscat is bigger than Nizwa. Okay. If we want to talk about Nizwa, we said Nizwa is not as big as Muscat. So the word not refers to Nizwa. Okay, number 3. Taxis are more expensive than buses. More expensive, okay? So if we want to talk about bus, we said buses are not as expensive as taxis, okay? Because the taxis are more expensive. The last one, we have camels are heavier than donkeys, are heavier, okay? It means the camels are heavier than donkeys. So if we want to talk about donkeys, okay, what do we say? Donkeys are not as heavy as things. Look at this. Here we have heavier, but here we don't change the word. Also here, we don't change the adjective. Also here, we don't change the adjective. Also, here, the first sentence we said, it is Salim is taller than Ahmed. But we want, if we want to make a comparison, we use the same adjective without changing it. So, now let's look at your class book, page number 4. Class book, page number 4. Now, who can read the first question? Yes? Read the statement 1 to 10. Decide if the statement is true or false or the information is not given. Here is a bar chart. Okay? We want to look closely to this chart. The chart said the amount of hours Patrick's family spend on video games and TV per week. So this is Patrick's family. It talks about Patrick. He is Patrick. And this is his family. He has his father, mother, Sarah, John, Katie, and David. So how many people we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people live in this family. Okay, here is the number of hours. The number of hours. So here we have 2 examples. Here we have playing video games and watching TV. The blue color refers to playing computer games, and the orange color refers to watching TV. So if we want to talk about the father, we said he spent 2 hours playing computer games, and 4 hours watching TV. So this is for the father. So let's read the sentence. Let's read the sentence here. If it's true, write T. If it's false, write F. If the information is not given, write NG. So the first sentence, it is clear that the boys in the family are more interested than in video games than the girls. So here we have to compare between the boys and the girls, and we should look at video games. Boys, girls playing video games. If they are more interested, it's true. It's not, if they are not, it's false. If the information is not given, it's NG. So let's look at the boys. Here we have John, Patrick, and David. If we look closely at watching TV, which at playing video games, which is on the blue color, if we count, here Patrick has 12 hours. Here John has 16 hours, and here David has more than has 20. Listen, 20 hours. The girls Sarah and Kate together 6 and 2, they're 8. So this is true. Of course, it's true. So the sentence, this is true. Let's look at sentence number 2. The chart shows that the boys in Patrick's family are better in playing video games than the girl. Can we say that they are better or not? If from the hours, can we say that they are better or not? By looking at the hours, can we say they are better? No, we can't say they are better or not. So this information, it is not given. NG, not given. Look at number 3. Patrick's mother is the best interested. It is the least interested. What does mean the least? It's the opposite of the most. So it's negative thing. It's the least interesting in playing video games. Let's look at her mother, the mother. Okay? So here we have video games. We have how many hours here? We have 8 hours. So this information is not correct because somebody is less than here, the father, Sarah, and David. So this information is false. So let's look at number 4. Sarah finds watching TV more entertaining than playing video games. No, more entertaining. It means she likes watching TV more than video games. Let's look. This sentence is not correct because here Sarah has the same amount of hours. So this is false. Okay. Now let's look at number 5. David is the most frequent video player in the family. What does mean the most frequent? It means that he is the best. He is playing more video games than the others. So if we looked at David here we have 20 hours here. So 20 hours more than the others. So here they are less than him. So this sentence is true. So let's return back to number 3. Patrick's mother is the least interested in playing video games. Here, playing games, we use the blue color. So it's here we haven't got any color. So I think number 3 is true, not false. So number 3 is true, not false. So I want you to complete the rest of the questions at home. Okay, now let's look at your skills book, page number 4. I want you to read the question at the top. Read the sentence 1 to 5 and circle the correct words or words that give the second sentence the same meaning. So I want you now to use your mobile phone and scan this code. Scan this code. Yes, or use the word wall at the top of this paper here. Use this website or scan this code, because I want you to complete it with me. So now let's refer again to the sentence again. Computer games are not as big as TV screens. It means it's bigger. It's not as bigger. So computer game is smaller or bigger? It means smaller or bigger? What do you think? Smaller or bigger? I think it's smaller. Smaller than. Smaller than. So let's look at number 2. Some mobile phones are as expensive as laptops. So it's the same amount of money. It's the same amount of money. So some mobile phones are as expensive as laptop. So it's the same price. It's the same price. Okay? I want you also to complete the rest of this activity at home. So also, as you know, activity 2 in your skills book, page 4, is cancelled. Don't answer it. So I want you now to go to task 3 and read the sentence. Read the question. Write 3 sentences comparing 2 people, places, or things. For example, I am not as good as Omar at playing tennis. So this one, I want you also to write at your home, write 3 correct sentences and show it to your teacher. Okay? Now let's go to the second part of this lesson, which is about phrasal verbs. So what's the meaning of phrasal verbs? Phrasal verbs are phrases that indicate actions. For example, turn down, come across. They are generally used in spoken English and informal text. So they are used in spoken English and informal text. They usually consist of a verb and a preposition or an adverb. But some phrasal verbs consist of a preposition, an adverb, like look forward to or put up with. So we have how many kinds here? We have 1 kind, 2 kind, and 3 kind. 3 kinds of phrasal verbs. It can be difficult to understand the meaning of the phrasal verbs because they may have a figurative or idiomatic meaning, therefore. So you should read the sentence before you select the meaning. Therefore, it is helpful to try and use the context to understand the meaning of the phrasal verbs before looking it up in a dictionary. So to summarize this about phrasal verbs, a phrasal verb is a verb plus preposition or a verb plus adverb or a verb plus adverb plus a preposition. We have 3 types of phrasal verbs. So let's look and read some phrasal verbs and read their meaning. For example here, to scroll through. To scroll through means to move up and down a screen of a smartphone or a computer. To scroll means to go up or down. When you use Snapchat or Instagram, you scroll up or down by your finger. So the second meaning, the second word, to keep up with. Look at this. We have 3 words. Keep up with. Okay? So the meaning is to stay in a contact with somebody. Okay, to be close with him. Okay, to make up means to invent something that is not true. It means that you lie. You are not saying the truth. To make up, to make something not true. Okay, to look up means to try and find a particular piece of information, usually in a book or online. So it means here to look up, to find the information by looking closely. Okay, to came across means to find something by a chance. Okay, by reading something you came to a special thing. To deal with it, to accept a difficult emotional situation, to find a solution on a problem. The final one, to go online, means to go into the internet, to go online, to be in the internet. Now let's have some extra examples here. If you look at your skills book, the first page of your skills book, you will find this picture about Rabika. I want you to scan this text and find one example of a phrasal verb. Just one example of a phrasal verb and give me the meaning. Okay? Who can find it? Yes? Who can find it? Yes, it's scroll through. Scroll through. What does it mean to scroll through? If I don't know the meaning, I should refer to the first part of the sentence and read it again and again to understand the meaning. Here we have, I follow all of my friends and I scroll through their feeds every day. She scroll through. She scroll through. What does it mean? It means that she goes up and down. She goes up and down to find the meaning. Okay? Let's have another example about Omar. Also, I want you to read the whole text and find two examples of phrasal verbs. Just read this, skim the text and find two examples about phrasal verbs. Yes? Who can find the meaning? Yes, it's keep up with. Keep up with. What does it mean to keep up with? What does it mean? So we should refer at the beginning of the sentence. I like to look at what other people post and to keep up with my friend's life. What does it mean? It's meant to keep with. It means to be with them and stay them with for a long time. Who can find another example for phrasal verb here? Yes? Here, as you can see also, can you find it? Yes, make up. What does it mean, make up? What does it mean? Yes, who can say? Okay, let's read the sentence again. I am always skeptical about news posts on Facebook because anyone can make up fake news. Okay, so the word make up, what does it mean? Read it again. I am always skeptical about news posts on Facebook. Skeptical means confused or not sure about the information. It's not sure. Skeptical, okay? So what does it mean, make up? It means that the people in Facebook made not a true sentence, false sentence, or not a true sentence. Okay? Now, I want you to look at your class book, page number 5, at yes, page number 5, and read the question. Complete the sentence with appropriate phrasal verb from the box. Use the meaning in the phrasal verbs given in brackets after each sentence to help you. There is one extra phrasal verb. So how many phrasal verbs here we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we have 6 sentences. So one of them is not correct. So you have to read the sentence and look at the meaning here. When you look at the meaning, you will find if it is related to it or not. So I want you now again to use this QR code, which is on your screen. I want you to scan it and answer it with me, okay? Answer it with me. Or use this website and answer it with me. I will look at your answer in my account, okay? So just I want you to scan the screen. Scan it. Okay, I will give you 20 seconds to scan it. Okay? Finish. Now, let's start the game, or let's start reading the questions together. I dash this information while searching the internet. What does it mean? Searching this information while searching on the internet. Here it means find by a chance. So what does it mean? It means to came across, to came across. So the answer here is to came across, okay? To came across. Let's look at the second example. To dash, you need to enter your username and password. To dash here, you need to enter your name, username and password. To contact to a network. So which phrasal verb does is good for him? Which is the better phrasal verb? You so it's the better is login. To log in, you need to enter your username and password. Okay. The second one, the report did not dash the details of the incident. So to talk about. To talk about. Okay. Now I want you now to complete the rest it for your home. Now let's look at your final task, and let's read it. This is on page number 5 of your skills book. Now let's read the sentence 1 to 6. Here we have circle the correct phrasal verbs to complete each sentence. So I want you again to scan this code to answer the question with me. Just scan it. Scan it. Okay. Or you can use the words, the website here at the top of the page. Okay. Now let's complete this task. Now here we have a question. Can you plug in or click on? What do you think? Is it plug in or click on? Plug in or click on? Yes, I think it's plug in. Okay, number 2. I need to go offline or sign into my account. Which is the best? Which is good? I think it's sign into. Okay. The third question. I used an online dictionary to look up or make up new words. I used an online dictionary to look up or make up. Which is the correct answer? Look up or make up? Yes, it's look up. Okay, number 4. I read the news online to keep up with or run out of world events. I read the world's news online to keep up with or to run out of. Which is the best answer? I think it's to keep out. To keep out. Okay? Before the last one, it's important to hang up or back up your computer files so that you don't lose them. Which is the better? Hang up or back up? I think it's back up. The last one, digital natives are so addicted to social media that they never log in or log out. What does it mean, digital natives? They are the most user for the internet, the social media. So the best thing here is to log out, So it means that they never go out of the internet. So let's refer again to the adjective, comparative adjectives again, and try or phrasal verbs, and try to complete some of them in your class book, in your skills book, page number 4. Here we have football is the most popular sport in my school. So football is number 1. So here we have another example. Basketball is as popular as, or not as popular as football. So if it's number 1, so what about basketball? It's not the same. So which is the best meaning? As popular as or not as popular as? Of course, it's not as popular as. So it's not the same. Not the same. Number 4. Patrick is not as good as David at playing video games. So Patrick is worse or better? Here Patrick is not. It means he's not good. So which is the better adjective? Worse or better? It's worse because he is bad. He is not good. He is bad. So the best answer here is good. The last one, Facebook is the most successful social media platform. So means Facebook is number 1. So if we talk about Instagram, Instagram is as successful as or not as successful? If it's number 1 Facebook, so what about Instagram? Is it the same or not as the same? What do you think? No, it's not as successful as, because it's not the same as Facebook. Let's go again to your class book page number 4. Because if we have time, let's go to your class book page number 4 again. Here we have, for Patrick, watching TV is not much fun as playing video games. Here the word much fun. Can we find it by reading the numbers of our hair? No, we can't. So this information is not given. Not given. Number 7. The father spends the least, means down, the least amount of time enjoying entertainment. If we looked at the father, it's true, because we have here 2 hours plus 4, it makes 6 hours, okay? 6 hours. Here, his mother also 8. If you count the amount of hours for all the family, they are more than 6. So this sentence is true. Number 8. John spends exactly the same amount of time watching TV as his father. John and his father. John exactly the same amount of time watching TV. Now look at watching TV, the orange color. Here we have his father 4 hours. His father 4. Okay, 4 hours. And Patrick, how many hours, Patrick? Yes, Patrick, he has 8 hours. So 4 and 8, which is more, 4 or 8? It's not the same. So this sentence is not correct. 4 and 8 is not correct, not exactly the same. So this is false. Number 9 before the list. The father is the worst video game player in the family. Look again at his father. Here we have he played 2 hours here, but Patrick's mother is 0. So this number is false. No, this information is not given, because we don't know if he is the worst or not. This information is not given. So let's look at the last sentence. Overall, playing video games is not popular as watching TV in Patrick's family. So when you look deeply, if you count the hours for playing computer games and watching TV, it will be equal the same amount of hour. So this sentence is true. I think we have covered most of the information on page 4 and 5 on your class book and skills book. I want you to complete the rest of it as homework. For example, task number 3 in your skills book. Okay, and also you complete task number 5 on your skills book also, and I think we have complete all the rest of it. So that's the end of our lesson for today. I hope that you enjoy the lesson and understand most of the information in it. And I hope to see you next week, inshallah, in the same day and in the same time. Okay? Goodbye and see you next week, inshallah.